Hi, first graders. My name is Miss Erin and I'm from Makers, and I'm really excited to be here with you today. I've been chatting with your teachers and they told me that you have been studying objects in the sky. And so today we get to make a really fun project all about objects in the sky. Now, this is called the Dazzling Sky Mixed Media Collage, which means we are painting, we are collaging, and we are going to use so many different fun materials. So the first thing you want to do is make sure that you have everything we need for this project. You need a writing utensil. A pencil works great. You need a pair of scissors. You need some scrap paper, your canvas, okay, and the maker's kit. Excellent. Now, some of you may have a canvas with a plastic cover on it. We can go ahead and take that off. That's just to keep it safe while it was being delivered to you. Now, there's a front of a canvas and a back of a canvas. On the front, you can kind of see textured marks. You have to look really close up, but it looks like across pattern lines going up and across. And on the back, it just looks very smooth and white. We're going to open up the plastic on the back, and I like to use the corner of my scissors and gently scratch it along the back. That should catch the plastic, and then open it up so that you can peel it off. Now, we want to do this on the back just so that we don't scratch the nice part of the canvas that we're going to be painting on. So once you get your canvas all opened up, the first thing that you're going to do is write your name on the back. Okay. Excellent. I'm going to switch my camera down so that you can see exactly what I'm doing. Okay, now you can see that my name is on the back of the canvas, and on the front of the canvas, what we're doing here is we are separating our canvas into a daytime sky and a nighttime sky. So there's going to be two parts to your canvas. We're going to draw a line down the middle to divide these two parts. Excellent. Okay, and then we're done with our writing utensil. Next, we'll take our kit here and we can go ahead and open it. We have a fairly large half of a styrofoam ball. We have a much smaller half of a sphere. We have a packet of paints and glue. Put that down like that. We have a really super cute owl and some fun decorations. And then you should have a paintbrush. Now, there are two different steps to our project. The first step is going to be paint, and the second step will be to collage. So right now, we can just go ahead and set this back in our bag and off to the side so that it's not in our way right now. We are going to need our scrap paper. We are going to need a paintbrush. You're going to need your paint, your canvas, and your two styrofoam balls. Okay, so we'll go ahead and open up our kit of paint. Now the paint in here on the lids is labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This is the order that we're going to be using them in. We have a 1, 2, the blue is the 3, the black is the 4, and then this is glue here, and the glue is the very last one that we're going to use. Now, I numbered them, and we're going to use the paints in order because we're kind of cheating. We're not using a bowl of water today. We're going to use a messy mat. Instead of wiping our brush into the water to clear it and get it ready, we're just going to wipe it off on this piece of paper. Saves a little bit of time and it makes it a bit easier. Okay, so we should have our scrap paper, our paintbrush, our paints labeled 1 through 5, these two spheres, and our canvas. Now, these two spheres are going to be used as objects in the sky. In real life, they're a whole sphere, not just a half, but they float around. Anybody have any guesses what it could be? I knew you'd know. A sun and a moon. So our first color that we're using is the yellow. Now to open this, I hold the bottom with my fingers really tight, and then I take my other hand, and on one side of the lid, there's a lip that sticks out, and one is a bit higher than the other, and we can just open it just like that. Now we're painting. Now I'm gonna choose the big sphere for my sun, but you can choose whichever one you would like to do. And I'm just going to paint my sun yellow. You can see I got some on my hand, and that's okay. And then once I'm done with that, I'm taking my brush. Instead of rinsing it in water, I'm just wiping it right here on my messy mat. And then I'm grabbing number 2. That's my second paint that I'm using. Holding the bottom tightly and pushing up on the lip. Now this is for the other sphere. I'm going to paint. You will notice there's a bit of a difference when you're painting one of the styrofoam balls versus the other. So you'll have to kind of pay attention to how the texture changes. Okay. I can go ahead and close this because I don't need the 1 anymore, and I can close this because I don't need the 2 anymore. Now I need to wipe my brush off on my messy mat here. I just wipe it back and forth until it doesn't make too many marks. And then I'm going to get number 3. Now number 3 is for the daytime sky. So we'll paint one whole side, the daytime sky. This nice light blue. Now once I get one whole side painted, I'll wipe my brush on my messy mat to kind of get the extra paint off. And then I'll pick up number 4, which is black. This is for the night sky. And I'll paint my whole side. Oops, I spilled a little. That's okay. Mat, and voila. Okay, now we have your canvas painted daytime on one side and nighttime on the other. And we're on to the second part of our project. Now, this second part, this is the important part. This is the part where you get to show your teachers what you know about the objects in the sky. When would you see a particular object in the sky? Do you see the sun during the daytime or the nighttime? Do you see stars during the daytime or the nighttime? You have to show your teachers that you know when you would see different types of objects in the sky. So what we're going to use is we'll be using all of the materials in this bag here. And it's your job to sort them daytime versus nighttime. Now, once you open your kit, you will find some cotton balls, the cutest little owl, a bat, the silhouette of a bird, some glow-in-the-dark stars, some pokey decorations, and some blue sequins, star sequins, this really fluffy, soft, white piece of yarn, plain stickers, and 2 pipe cleaners. Now, like I said, you'll want to sort these into what objects would you see during the daytime and what objects might you see at the nighttime. Now, once you've sorted all of your materials, it's time to start collaging or gluing them onto our canvas. When we're gluing, we're going to use number 5. This is our adhesive. This is our glue. We're going to use this with our paintbrush. So I'm just going to wipe a little bit more on my messy mat to make sure the black paint is gone. And then anytime I want to glue any of these materials, I'm just going to dip my paintbrush into the glue. I kind of scrape the bottom so that I don't drip it everywhere. And then I'll put it right where I want the object to go. Now these bats are quite fun because they have creases in them and you can bend them to make the wings stick up. So if you bend them a little bit along the crease, your wings will stick up. Now these are really fun if you kind of pull them apart. They might make some really great clouds. Kind of just gently pull them apart and then paint on the glue. Put your cloud on there. This could also make a really fun cloud. It would almost be like you're drawing with the yarn. So I would put my paintbrush where I think it's gonna go. And then I'm just gonna kind of draw sort of an abstract cloud. Get my scissors and trim it. So for this, I just painted kind of a squiggly line. One squiggly line and then one above it and then one above that. I did 3 in a row. And then I kind of traced the lines with my yarn. Kind of make a cloud. And then you can use your scissors to trim the extra amount. Now these we want to be very, very responsible using. These are some fun needle point pins. When you're using these, you hold the ball and then you'll push the pin part into your styrofoam. Maybe that might make a cool sun. Then I have some blue sequins. I'm just gonna dot some blue on my canvas. Okay, these planes are stickers. The owl is a sticker. These sequins, you'll also need glue. And I have my bird. Now these pipe cleaners are kind of fun to act like a sun's rays. So we can either cut them with our scissors or keep them the length that they came. Sometimes I like to cut them in half so I can use a few more. And then I like to twist it around my pinky to make a sort of curly cue that I can poke into my styrofoam ball, and that can be another one of the sun's rays coming out. The way I twist it is I hold it between my pinky and my thumb, and then I wrap it around with my other hand, and I just wrap it right around my pinky. And then when I take it off, it's a nice little curly cue. I hope that you all have so much fun making your Dazzling Sky art project. See you later.